Kora Kora, Yunda, Boyara, Kwaja Kornap. Long ago, when the land was soft. Bukor Nyanda, Borai Nyonganjari, Yanang Kerap. There were many people, all camped. Balar, Jaraman, Kijewaran, Marba, they awoke to the noise of thunder. Mira Janang, Barbarn, their eyes saw lightning. Nyara Nicha, Barang Bora Boodja. We call this the greater shaking. Kaya, my name is Iszaac Webb. I'm a Wadandi man from the southwest of Western Australia.
I'm Wayne Webb, Wadandi Elder of the southwest of West Australia, Busselton, Margaret River area.
So I guess the story begins at Undalup, and Undalup is the place of Millian, and Millian is our grandmother. One day, Millian's father, Nyogarut, he came to bring his daughter Millian to marry one of the Wadandi men. It was one of the Wadandi men who was our grandfather Wooditju's Nyorable, his older brother. And they said that on these plains, what they call now Undalup, Nyogarut, when he came and brought Millian, our grandfather, he sung a song and used his marban magic, karak burna, his magic stick. And he used his magic stick to sing a song to make the old man fall asleep. Waalitj, he called out to Millian and he said, Nyari Yorga, beautiful woman, Korling, Jarna Yan Birdie, come and walk with me with your feet across the path, across the country. And they started to run off together. And they ran and ran out to the back of a place called Jalbaragup. They ran to the top where a spring used to lay. Our grandfather began to worry that he'd taken his brother's wife and that he could be punished through cultural law. So he started to sing, and he sung a song and he hit the side of the spring with his magic stick, and it created the spring to open and start to flow. And they walked down They headed west, down towards the coast. Nyugarut, the old man, could not pass, so Milyan and Wonitji were safe from him. The old man, Nyugarut, he would call out, "Give back your brother's wife. That is your brother's promised wife." But our grandfather didn't want to listen. They say the old man began to grow angry, and he started to sing and dance himself. And as he started to dance, he started to push trees over to try to create a natural bridge to get across to his daughter again. The old man used it as a bridge to get across. As he was walking across the log, our grandfather Waalitj hit the side of the log with his magic stick and made the old man fall into the water. And as he fell into the water, he sung a song of a Georget, carbon Georget. Georget is a fish, carbon is the blue groper. He sung the song of the blue groper fish, and he turned Milyan's father, Nyugarut, into a blue groper. As the river began to flow, it pulled up at the mouth of what's known as Wooditjup Bilya, or the Margaret River, it's known today. Grandfather grabbed his magic stick and he pushed it into the sand and connected the river to the ocean, to a Waalitj. But as they looked out into the ocean, they said, "Mira janang," eyes they see. Gomba, great. Boya, Waalitj, a rock in the ocean. And they said that a groper, the gold man Nyugarut, had created that rock. And as Milyan and our grandfather Wooditj sat on the banks, a big groper came up, and our grandfather, he speared it with his gidgee. Milyan, when she saw the groper speared, she cried out, "Waramat, Waramat, I'm sad, I'm sad. Waramat Nyorn, Nyorchwa, I'm sad, and my father is dead." And our grandfather Wooditj, he said, "This is not your father, but if it is, I will sing him back to a man." And our grandfather put the stick next to the fish and he sung him back into a man, into life. And they said that on that day, Nyugarut, the old man, said, "You can marry now. You can marry my daughter, Milyan, but you must leave your country. You will go to her country, to Milyanup, the place of Milyan, the place of my daughter, and I shall look after Wooditjup Bilya. I shall look after your river and your river of creation through Marabang, magic." Our blood in our body represents these rivers. The small veins that we have are the small creeks and tributaries that feed the larger aortas and the large blood pumping systems. And so to this day, we look out into the ocean and we see a large rock out there, and it reminds us of Nyugarut, of Milyan's father, and reminds us of the story of the river and how we're connected to everything, to the river and the bloodlines that connect us all.
I think the main message here with all the stories that we tell of our connection to country and how the country works and how it all goes hand in hand. You know, it's like Iszaac was saying earlier about the veins in your body. You know, you got your big veins and your little veins. And the thing is, to pump those veins, it's got to come from the heart. And most of these waterways come from the heart of the country. And it goes right across the land, like what it does in your body, to feed the rest of it, to keep it alive. So you've got to keep this heart pumping, because we're not the only ones that rely on water. You know, you've got all the animals, the insects, everything that makes the cycle of life.
So they tell us that the whale migration...
Mother Nature, we need her. She doesn't need us. So we've got to let her do her job. You know, you start taking things out of the country, you'll find the country will start dying off slowly. And I think we're at the point now, is if we don't do something now, it'll be too late.